Good morning. I'm Wendy Weir and I'm with Libra Tea and October the 1st. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us. I, first of all, want to say that I can hardly believe that it's October and I know a few people I've talked to already today. It's hard to believe all the way around. But where I am in Ontario, Canada, it's a little blustery and it's very October, in fact, maybe November-ish. A little bit cold, a little bit rainy, and so it's a fireplace kind of day, a gas fireplace. Those are so easy and convenient. And this morning, with our tea moment, one thing that I wanted to mention is, of course, I make sure that I have myself a tea before I go to start these. And, I let the kettle boil, and it boiled and boiled because I was kind of busy. So I come back to it, and the water is so super steamy. But I know that I've got a lovely white tea. And so the white tea with roses, it really doesn't need that boiling water. In fact, it doesn't like the boiling water. It will burn the leaves. It will actually decrease the amount of antioxidants in it. And so I left my tea for a few minutes. I left my boiling water. I lifted the lid on the kettle carefully because it's oh so steamy and just walked away for 5 minutes. And I tell you, I do know that by the time I went to pour my tea, there was definitely still some steam coming off. So I knew it was pretty warm, but not too warm for a really nice white tea. So once again, I bring your attention to what temperature of water are you making your tea at? Meanwhile, now that I've got a tea, I'm going to have a sip. It's some beautiful white tea with roses, and the roses are from the Canadian North. And Borealis Tea is our wonderful tea supplier for today. And a tea moment. So we are in the 10th anniversary of Tea Glasses and Sharing Tea Moments. So I wanted to get back to our 10th anniversary book. We put together a lovely book talking about different tea moment tips and why and how and all about tea moments. And they are available right in the link below that Cindy's going to help us pop up. And you'll be able to see that we are issuing this book with a full 10 different tea moments collected over a number of years and a whole bunch of tea moments. So one of the things that we talk about all the way through is the idea of a tea moment is meant to be a peaceful tea moment. So a moment as a timeout in your day. And I think what I would, as an initial sort of premise around tea moments, is to be able to stop and feel our hearts and really be settled into ourselves and connect with ourselves. Originally, our definition of a tea moment was a moment to connect and reflect with you and your world. So a little time out. So as a starter for tea moments, and our tea moment tip number 1 was take 3 deep breaths. So how about we do that now? Breathing in through the nose. And it's great if you can to close your eyes and breathe it into the belly. Oh, and a big sigh out. And one more. And one more. They say that bringing the breath right into the belly is the most relaxing way to almost signal yourself that you are trying to relax. So even just 3 breaths, I've been running around a bit, so I needed that to settle down. And I do. I feel a little more peaceful after that. We've been reviewing our tea moments, and we are on tea moment number 6, I believe, at this point. And I just wanted to talk about the idea that this is an ever-present place of peace. Now, phones in the background don't think that it's a place of peace, but the real world happens too. And what is so important about this ever-present place of peace is our familiarity with it. So the more times that we practice and the more times that we come home and connect with ourselves and our place of peace inside, the easier it is for us to get back there. And what's great about that is that with more practice, we then know that we can connect there easily. We know that it's there for us. And that place of peace inside is an experience all to ourselves and one that we can control. You know, they talk about the idea there's so many things we can't control in this world. And so one, has to let it go or accept and, maybe change your point of view so that it's not so annoying or whatever that external world is. And yet, when I know that I have practiced these tea moments and I can thus connect with my heart, connect with a place of me that is peaceful and it's ever present. So I can go back there at any time. The more times I practice my tea moments, the more I have a whole inner experience that I know is independent of my outer experience. So even when the world is wild, even when my personal world isn't quite what I want it to be, I know that inside me, I can connect with that place of peace. And I think this idea that we have this place of peace in ourselves is really so important. And that is because our world is getting a little unruly. And so I really truly believe in that butterfly effect, in that even if just one of us can more frequently practice that place of peace, we actually do influence our surroundings, influence the people around us, and the more of us that get together, we can even influence the world. So I ask you to practice your place of peace, come home to your tea moment, and every day you can have a tea moment anywhere, anytime. And there's so many teas and they're so delicious. And so I'm really honored to be on this tea moment journey. I've gotten to drink so many teas. And mostly, I think I've really become a bit of a changed person because of this connection with my inner self and having a really clear understanding that it can be a place I can come and appreciate and enjoy and know that I can count on it. So I invite you again to have a tea moment anywhere, anytime. And number six, practice it more often. You'll be familiar. You can get to that place of peace a little quicker. And it's so much easier to find. Last bit of info that I wanted to share with you is that we are extending our Tea Moment sale. We launched our book at the beginning of September, and we're going to extend our sale with 10% off for another week, so till October the 7th. And a little helpful hint, if you sign up for our newsletter, so you'll see our holiday specials, our new exclusive, beautiful Holiday Dove model, you will be able to receive another 10% off. So that means you can apply your 10% coupon code for signing up also when you go to buy the infuser and you're already getting 10% off. So if you're thinking about holiday already, we have awesome 6 packs. There's 3 different colors in them, so they're probably great for a variety of your friends that you want to inspire with a healthy and peaceful tea moment. Thanks so very much for joining us and have an awesome week. And we'll see you next week. Meanwhile, happy tea moments.